Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Radio Ramadan Wolverhampton. My name's Obaida Ahmed and I'm going to be your host for the next hour, inshallah. So, welcome to our show, Women in Health. Today, we're going to be hearing from two pretty special sisters. One who works as a responder in the 111 and 999 call service, and one who's a community activist and works with many sisters from different backgrounds. So, again, we're going to be looking at what kind of obstacles they face in their day-to-day lives, what kind of challenges, and how they achieve a work-life balance and how they're doing so well in their careers. So, without further ado, first up, I'm going to invite Sister Shabana. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Shabana. How are you?
So, assalamu alaikum and welcome, Shabana, to Radio Ramadan Wolverhampton.
Walaikum salam, Obaida.
How are you, Shabana?
Alhamdulillah. Well, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. So, tell us a little bit about your role that you've been working in through this pandemic.
I'm currently working as a dual trained call assessor for the West Midlands Ambulance Service. Mm-hmm. So I deal with the 999 emergency calls and also the non-emergency calls, which is the 111 service.
Oh, okay. So, but you've been really busy then this last year.
We have been really busy. A lot of mental health calls, a lot of suicidal calls.
Wow.
General cardiac arrest, burns, stroke, anaphylaxis, life-threatening calls, potential life-threatening calls, and then just the normal emergency calls. It's been very busy.
So we'll come back to that in a second. But okay. So generally speaking, how do you manage work with your kids? I know, mashallah, you've got 4 children, same as me. So how do you manage that work-life balance?
It was hard at first when I first started, I'm not going to lie. But it's just a matter of organising yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Easier said than done with 4, mashallah. But preparing for the day. So at night time, I would do most of the stuff that I'd need to do. So preparing their lunches for school, their uniforms. And we have different days at school, like sports day, things like that. So I have to keep on top of that. Just preparing the night before. And also you can prep meals as well.
Yeah.
So I do quite a lot of that. So just to make the day easier, really, for the children and myself.
And that's great. That's great. I mean, I know my children go to primary school as well, and there's always something, isn't there? There's always something you got to keep up with. And honestly, that's one of the things I really struggle with, just keeping it like, you don't want the kids to miss out on anything, and you don't want to feel like that parent who missed it. It's quite a lot of pressure, isn't it?
It is, and I do have a lot of mums at bed that are saying to me, you're working, and how do you balance your work life, and so when you're missing out on the children, don't you feel like you're not spending enough time with them?
Oh.
But I do feel I'm working, and I don't feel like they're missing out on anything. If anything, they're encouraging, they're supportive, they're happy mummies working for a very good organisation, and it gives them motivation to do better at school as well.
Absolutely. Well, that's a
look up to us, don't they?
Well, they say that when their children have parents who are working, especially their moms, they're more likely to be successful in life. So apparently, I don't know how true it is, but we try our best.
I do agree with that. Yeah, definitely. That's the best. That's the best we can do, really, and just motivating them. But I don't feel like my children are missing out on anything. I mean, they come from school. And they, their dinner's done, they get ready for Quran lessons, and then I spend one-to-one time with them as well. And they are flourishing, mashallah, they're doing well at school, they're doing well in Quran. So I don't feel like they're missing out on anything with me being a mom. I do get tired, that's understandable. But they're understanding, they're at that age now, Beda, where they understand, mummy's had a tough day at work, or mummy's tired.
Yeah,
let's help mummy, or they're not little babies where you have to be on hands-on. I mean, now they're at the age where they can look after themselves a little bit and do a little bit for themselves, which
my children are very similar age as well, so I can kind of relate to that, because it's kind of like you have your family time together, but you can chill at the same time as well. Whereas when they're a bit younger, you have to do everything with them, don't you? So it's a bit easier now, alhamdulillah. That said, we still have to give them a lot of our time and our energy. So do you find you have any time for yourself?
I make time for myself a bit. Yeah, definitely, because I feel at work we have breaks. So that gives you time to recoup, to focus. So I think even if you're not at work, you should make that time at home, because it can all become overwhelming. Even if you're not a working mum, things can get on top of you. So you need to make that time. If it's a 10-minute, 15-minute break, have a cup of tea, watch something that you wanted to watch for a while. Just do something for yourself. Just put your feet up. You need to have that break. So I always, make time for myself. You have to focus, because I'm going from a household of 4 children, martial stressful environment, to another stressful environment, which is my work environment. So I need to be able to focus. So I'm just making a little bit of time.
A lot of the sisters who have come on the show before you, Shabana, they've spoken about like the support they have at home and the encouragement. Do you find that's a big factor for you being able to work and have the kids running smoothly?
Yes, definitely. I don't think I would be able to do this all on my own. I have family and friends, but majority of the time it's my husband who looks after the children. Alhamdulillah, he's quite hands-on. He's very good. He'll look after them when I'm at work, and
I see him at the school. Bless him, he's got all of them under control.
Yes, alhamdulillah, he's doing really, really well. So we work as a team, and even at work you've got to work as a team to be successful. So it's the same thing at home life. You need to work as a team, and likewise I help him when he needs a break as well.
It's a partnership, isn't it? And it's a partnership, and our children are our children. It's for both of us to work together, isn't it? So
yes, some people think, the father has to look after them, or the mother has to look after them. Like you said, the partnership, you both need that time to have a little bit of break for yourself. So one can look after the children, the other one can have a break, and vice versa. So like you said, it's a partnership, and it won't work unless you've got that. And I know some people might not have that, but they've got other family members or very good friends that they can rely on. So anybody that you can talk to, your loved ones, that's what we need.
That's it. We all need our networks around us. So Shabana, you work in a really stressful job. So how do you switch off when you're going from work to go back into your home mom mode? What do you do to make your, because you're handling some pretty stressful suicidal calls sometimes, aren't you? You were saying. So how do you make that switch?
I'll talk at work about the stressful calls, like suicidal ones, or the child that's had a burn to the torso, or child who's choking. So we talk at work amongst our colleagues to kind of get things off our chest. And when I come home, I don't really talk about it, to be honest. I leave my job at work. Some calls where I will talk maybe at home a little bit here and there, this happened, but majority of the time I leave my job at work, because I want to focus on the children. And you know how hard it is focusing with children anyway, as it is. So I just leave that at work, to be honest.
But it's really important to have that distinguish, isn't it? To distinguish between work, this is my work time, I'm concentrating here fully, and then when I'm home, this is my family time. And I think that's really important. And that it all goes back to being organised and being mentally ready for what you're facing day to day, doesn't it?
And yes, and but another thing is we all need to learn to talk as well. Some people, like a lot of mental health calls I get now at work, they're not actually talking to their family members or their loved ones. They're not, communicating, and that's where I think a big problem is. So, like at work, we have a call where we're upset by, we will talk to a manager. We've got, certain groups we can talk to where we've had a really, call that's not really a life emergency threatening call. So we talk to people, and I think that's what people need to learn to do now as well, but that is talk, talking and just having somebody there to listen to you. And a lot of people call us up on the 111 just to talk, really.
Just to talk.
To just offload. But obviously they need to remember we are a service, so we can't go on and on with them, but we do try and do as much as we can. And with the 999, it's just emergency call, it's bang bang, you need to just get the ambulance to them, really, and listen to what they're saying.
And that takes a big skill, doesn't it, just to make them feel that they've been heard, and at the same time do your job efficiently.
Yeah, I mean, with myself, I've got 2 roles as a sense, because I'm not just doing the 1s or the 9s, I'm actually doing both, so I'm dual trained. So when I go into work, I've got 2 hats, because the way 9s calls are dealt with are totally different to the way 1s are dealt with. Right. So it's really, I'm doing 2 jobs in one, really. So
wow,
alhamdulillah, we had a lot of training being given to us, which has helped a lot.
Yeah. So can you give us like any advice for our sisters who might be looking to go into your profession? Or, I mean, do you have many Muslim sisters in your profession, or any women generally in your profession?
There are a lot of Muslim sisters. We have pharmacists in our building as well, and paramedics and nurses as well within the organisation at the building where I work. So there's a diverse community there. Yeah, and they're very, very friendly. I would advise anyone who's strong-willed, who wants to help the community, especially with what's been going on in the last year. It's been very, very hard for everybody. Yeah. So with myself, I've just found it very rewarding going into work and knowing I'm helping saving a life. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. If you're strong-willed and you want to do something to help the community, I would recommend going into it.
You've definitely sold it to me. It
can be stressful.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You've definitely sold it to me.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. But is there any like is there like to take it further? Is it quite can you advance with it as well?
You can go into dispatch, which is actually dispatching the aeroplanes, because we don't just deal with general public, we deal with airport calls, fire calls, police calls, different varieties. And when we have like a cardiac arrest person, we will also send out a special unit which deals with just that as well. If there's a burns person, we'll send out an ambulance, but then a specialist of that area along as well in a different ambulance. So it's just differentiating between what we need to send out and what we need, because not all calls are simple. You know, once they get there, they could need another, like the fire or the ambulance, or or any other ambulance, like a higher ambulance. Depends when they get there as well. I mean, there's calls where we have abusive calls as well, where children are being abused and adults that are being abused, you know, with COVID. So it's really hard to keep the patients in the line and try and maintain that bond with them just until the ambulance and the police get there.
It's such an important role, though, isn't it? It's such an important service. We're very lucky to have access to it, aren't we? Alhamdulillah.
We are, alhamdulillah. And people just think, you know, we're just on the phone, but we're the ones that first initially take that call. If I get anything wrong, the ambulance will not get there, will not be able to give the help that they need. So we need to make sure, as call assessors, we need to make sure that we're giving, you know, getting the right information, because when somebody calls an ambulance, not everybody can stay calm. They're hysterical on the phone, they're shouting, they don't know where they are, if they're on a motor, they've had a car crash, you know, it's very, very difficult. So we need to make sure that, you know, we're listening and getting the right help for the patient and sending the correct.
Get all that vital information, don't you? You need it all out of them, I suppose. Oh,
and especially with COVID, we have to tell the paramedics there's a COVID risk if there is as well, so we cannot miss that out, because we need to protect the paramedics as well. So it's
Shwana, how did you get into this role? What do people do to get into this role?
I just I didn't go into work for 7 years. I was about work at home, mum at home, and I just decided I wanted to go into a career in helping people, and I saw this advertisement come up, and just thought, let's apply for it. And
do you need any background credentials? Do you need any, or do they provide?
You don't need any. You wouldn't need any qualifications. I mean, what you need, it's good to have a health and social care background, or biology, you know, because you need to know a lot about the heart and the body itself. They do train you, but it would be beneficial if you did know that you could progress quickly as well if you had a lot more qualifications. But generally speaking, you just need to be resilient, be able to stay calm under pressure, stressful situations, be able to deal with where somebody's bleeding, they've had a car crash and they're bleeding lots of blood. You need to be able to give them advice on how to stop the blood, or somebody's got acid thrown in their face, what they can or can't do. So you need to be able to just be on your own initiative and just be able to give them the advice until the ambulance gets there. So it's just more, I suppose also life experience as well. That helps. It depends what you've been through in your own life as well. That would help you with this job immensely. I mean, a lot of mothers, they find it helpful when they have children choking on the phone or children-related cause because they've actually have children, so they're more likely to be cautious sometimes. But yeah, it's a good profession to get into. You can progress as well. It's with the NHS as well.
That's brilliant.
So there's good benefit.
It sounds brilliant. Shabana, thank you very much. I mean, thank you for all the work that you've done over the last year, and I'm really proud to know that you're doing an important job for us, mashallah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and you're doing an amazing job as well.
I'm gonna.
So that was Sister Shabana, who again is another sister who's working really hard on the front line to help all of us get through this pandemic. We really are fortunate that, mashallah, so many of our sisters are working so hard as frontline key workers. And we really, really need to pull together, take inspiration from them and help them to make their lives easier, inshallah. So we're going to listen to a nasheed now. And then after the nasheed, we'll hear the adverts and I'll catch you on the other side.
I think my mom is amazing. She wakes early in the morning with a smile, and she holds my head up high. Don't you ever let anybody put you down, 'cause you are my little angel. Can she make something warm for me to drink? 'Cause it's cold out there, she thinks. Then she walks me to school, yes, I ain't no fool. I just think my mommy is amazing. She makes me feel like I can do anything. And when she's with me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. After school, she's waiting by the gate. I'm so happy that I just can't wait to get home to tell her how my day went. Eat the yummy food only my mom makes. Then I wind her up 'cause I don't want a bath. Let me run around the house with a laugh. No matter what I say, she gets her way. I think my mommy is amazing. She makes me feel like I can do anything. And when she's with me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. In the evening she tucks me into bed, and I wrap my arms around her head. Then she tells me a tale of a girl far away who one day became a princess. I'm so happy I don't want her to leave, so she lies in bed with me. As I close my eyes, how lucky am I to have a mom that's so amazing. She makes me feel like I can do anything. And when she's with me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Then I wake up in the morning, she's not there, and I realize she never was. And I'm still here in this lonely orphanage with so many just like me. And as my dreams begin to fade, I try hard to look forward to my day. But there's a pain in my heart that's a craving. How I wish I had a mom that's amazing. Would be amazing.
Peace be with you.
I'm Zain Bika.
And I'm Dawood Warnsby.
Join us in our support of Islamic relief around the world.
We often hear children are the future, but the struggles many face are happening now in the present.
So make this present a gift that will change the future of a child today.
This is Ramadan Radio. Feeling peckish? Treat your taste buds with a range of delicious snacks and flavours of the Far East from Indus. Why not try our range of roasted nuts, dried fruit, Bombay mix and flavoured snacks? Indus by AIB Foods. Available in your local supermarkets and varied retailers. Indus, the world's finest foods.
Do you receive benefits? If you do, you could qualify for free or part-funded energy-efficient A-rated boilers from Northern Gas Heating. Call 0800 083 1000 or go to northerngasheating.com to see if you're eligible. It's a quick and easy assessment. Northern Gas Heating, celebrating 20 years in the industry with over 100,000 happy customers and 80+ staff. We're the UK's local central heating company. Northern Gas Heating would like to wish you all a blessed Ramadan and a happy Eid. Mina Bazaar, one of the UK's biggest collections of Asian bridal wear and fashion. Established for over 25 years, we're now showcasing and taking orders for our brand new catalogue. We have Mina Bazaar's men's bridal wear. We'll be stocking the very best in groom sherwani, fashion kurta and waistcoats. Book an appointment today and get 15% off during Ramadan at Mina Bazaar, 184 Ladypool Road, Birmingham, B12 8JS by calling us on 07970 265 956. For any type of recruitment, there's only one company to call, Right Recruitment. Looking to recruit warehouse staff, senior management, or even directors? Right Recruitment is all you need. Call Right Recruitment now on 0121 454 6561. Right rates, right candidates, do it the right way. Call Right Recruitment now on 0121 454 6561. That's 0121 454 6561. Learning to drive? Learn with Ladyship. Wolverhampton and the surrounding area's female driving instructor. Ladyship offers driving lessons in a patient and friendly environment, with lessons available in Punjabi, Urdu and Mirpuri, and nervous pupils are especially welcome. She's Pass Plus registered and can also provide refresher lessons and motorway driving lessons, with discounts available for block bookings. Call 07964 679 742 or search online for Ladyship Driving School.
Fatima Bakes, your trusted local baker, providing high-quality treats at unbeatable prices. From cupcakes, brownies, cakesicles, cakes to customized desserts and treat boxes. Order for your loved ones now. Our bakes are lovingly crafted to put a smile on your face. Order today. Follow us on Instagram at fatima.bakes or give us a call on 07547 360 760. Discount to our Ramadan radio customers.
Are you replacing windows in your home? Here at AK Windows, with over 30 years experience manufacturing and installation, we can provide you with premium and affordable UPVC, aluminium windows and doors, roof lanterns, composite and bifolding doors. We offer a free quotation on all work with our selected range of windows in grey, white and much more. We can also repair window and door locks with glass repairs too. We also supply to the trade. Call today for a free quote on 01902 421 500. AK Windows.
The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that when a person passes away after taking their last breath, the good deeds they can do also come to an end, except for 3, one of which is Sadaqah Jariyah. The opportunity to invest in a Sadaqah Jariyah project that will help you accumulate daily rewards even after you pass away is available here in Wolverhampton. Simply donate to the House of Allah, Jamia Masjid Aqsa, for the car park project. Don't miss this amazing opportunity in this blessed month. Donate today by bank transfer, PayPal or even cash. Details can be found on the Masjid website, jamiamasjid.com. Don't delay, invest in your akhirah today. The death of a loved one is a very emotional and challenging time for the family members of the deceased. Al Mu'min Funeral Services have been supporting families across the UK since 2005. Their professional, experienced and quality service ensures the whole process from release from hospital to burial is taken care of respectfully and efficiently. They also specialise in worldwide repatriations, assisting to take loved ones to Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Iraq or anywhere worldwide. almu'minfunerals.co.uk, your trusted funeral service.
Eurofit Auto Centres, the West Midlands leading independent auto centre, celebrating
18 years of service. This Ramadan, we're offering 20% off all services, MOT and repairs, with a free collection and drop-off service within Wolverhampton. Book online today at eurofitautocenters.co.uk or call us on 01902 40 40 45 and we'll direct you to your nearest branch. The experts making vehicle repairs simple. This is Ramadan Radio, your local voice, your local Muslim radio. This is Ramadan Radio.
Welcome back, listeners. I hope you enjoyed that nasheed. So today is the final show in our Ramadan series 2021. And for my final interview, I've invited someone who doesn't actually work in the health profession, but she works with a lot of sisters from many different backgrounds and different communities. And what I tried to get out of her was what is there that's similar with all our sisters? What is it that makes us women successful in the careers we do? What are these obstacles and challenges we overcome to get where we need to? So welcome, Sister Shaz, to Radio Ramadan Wolverhampton.
Obaida. So I, as you know, I work for a charity transforming communities together, and I head up the Near Neighbours programme across the Black Country. Now, the Near Neighbours programme involves me working with different faiths, ethnicities, diversities, bringing people together and breaking barriers and building longer lasting friendships. And we mainly do this by providing funding to grassroots organisations. But my core aims is to bring people together. And what I've seen is, as I've been doing this role, is women. We have formed some women groups, and I have to say women are the most best at integrating, at communicating, at just socializing. And it's been great seeing women, especially those who have certain positions in the community, coming together, encouraging other women to come together and just socialize and make friends. So it's just been really, really great.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So as we're focusing on the women in our community and our sisters and their achievements, firstly, I'm going to put you on the spot here and say, look, how do you balance having a career and family life?
Oh, that's a really good question, you know. I'm not sure whether I do, but actually, you know, during these unprecedented times, and I'm trying to think back in the year now, it's been really difficult working from home, having the kids at home, not going to school, etc., etc. As you can imagine, you've got children yourself as well. And what I have found is that it was just really difficult because I was working and I just didn't know when to stop. So I have to say, it is my dear husband that literally said, right, 5 o'clock, I'm taking your work phone off you and your laptop and I'm putting it away. Yeah. So I think it's my husband who makes sure I've got that balance in my life. I think if it was left to me, I'm a bit of a workaholic and I wouldn't know when to stop.
That's brilliant. And you know what? You've touched on something that's come up again and again in our series, that in order for our sisters to go out there and be successful, they need that support network at home. They need someone who they can, you know, who can share the work-life balance with, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Most definitely, yes. And I have to say my husband does that for me. You know how they say behind a successful man is a woman? I can confidently say behind me it is my husband, because he's never stopped me from doing anything. He's always gone, you know, if you want to do that, I'll support you. I'm there 100% with you. So it's always been a bonus for me, yeah.
No, so another thing I wanted to touch about with yourself, Shaz, is how do we get our sisters to become more active in the community work? I mean, you yourself know that, you know, your job is only as successful as if people engage in it. So how do we get them to get more active? Any ideas, or what do you do to get them out there? Get them involved?
I think what I tend to do is I tend to focus on local people who are already active in their communities and who are already engaging with the local people, and they mobilise and encourage other people to get involved. But I think it's really important that our sisters, they don't wait for the opportunity. If they want to do something, if they have a skill, go out. You know, you can become a volunteer at a grassroots organisation. Your own massages might need your skill. There's so many opportunities out there. Please do go out there and look for the opportunity to see how you can support another organisation or even another individual with that skill set that you have. So don't leave it just to yourself, share it.
Brilliant. And you know what? We've all got something to offer, haven't we? We're all
definitely, most
way.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Obaida, you know, I don't just I do have a professional job, but I also have many lay roles as well. So I'm a trade unionist, and also I'm the vice chair of Black Country Stand Up to Racism. So that's how I've been active in the community and raising awareness of the struggles of different ethnic minority groups. So I could have just sat at home and gone, you know what, I've just walked down the street and I've had a can thrown at me, for example. And I could have chosen not to do anything about it, but I didn't. I said, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. And I did my research and I found Stand Up to Racism, and I've been involved with them for 6 years now, and I've never looked back. So I do encourage my sisters out there and my brothers out there, you know, if you have a skill set, or if you think something's not right, do something about it. Don't just sit back. You know, if you don't do anything about it, nothing's going to change. So let's do something about it. Yeah,
absolutely. And Shaz, we've had some mature sisters come on the show who've talked about how they pursued their career after marriage and children. And myself, when I first went to university, I had got my job, got married, and that was it for me. I thought, that's it. This is the career I'm going to be for life. And I know you changed your course, didn't you? And have you got any advice for sisters who think that they can't do it after marriage or after kids?
I think it's really important that whoever you marry, you have that conversation. I remember having this conversation with my husband, then husband to be, and saying to him that, well, this is the aspirations I have. I have a degree. I want to teach. At the time, I did a degree in early years and education, and he said, yeah, I'm happy for you to work. But after I got married, I think you also have to make sure the in-laws agree as well. So just make sure you've had those conversations beforehand, and you express what you want to achieve in your life, as well as creating a beautiful family. Yeah,
inshallah. Yeah, and we can do both, can't we? We can have that family life, and we can go out there and have a career.
Oh, definitely, definitely, yes.
And there's so many good examples out there as well of women who are out there doing it.
Yeah, me and you are doing it, aren't we? And I know so many women who do it as well. So yeah, but there is
So one of the other parts of our show has been to looking at sisters' experiences of how they've had difficult health situations and they've pulled through. And you know, I know you, and I know you're a lifelong feminist, and we both know that inside women are very strong, mashallah. Naturally, they are.
Mashallah, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think gets us women through life, the hardest parts? What would you say is our greatest skill?
Oh, what is our that's a really good question. If I was to put it to myself, I think when I go through a struggle, I always think in my head, Allah's got a plan for me, and there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel, and I am going to get out of this, and soon I'll realize why I went through this struggle, and that's what gets me through, and it makes me stronger. And especially if it's a barrier put in front of me and I'm trying to achieve something and there's barriers being put in front of me, I always jump those barriers and I get to the goal that I wanted to get to. And I think it's more hope, isn't it? You have that hope and you have all that strength. I think we're just born with it, Obaida. As women are born with it. Absolutely. We're born to get through every struggle. And every woman can do. We've almost got this ability that we can overcome anything, but it's whether we want to. It's our choice whether we want to come over it. We can either let it consume us, or we can overcome it, and it's our choice how we're going to overcome that struggle. Yeah.
It is, but we do different roles, don't we, as women? Yeah. And I think it's about doing the best in the role that you're in, or you're trying to do. Is that as a mother raising your children, going out there working, you know, being a wife, whatever our role is, we do the best. And I think that's natural. You're right. Naturally comes to us.
Yeah, but I think each role has its challenges, doesn't it? And it's how we overcome that, especially our children. My children are growing up and they do answer me back now and they will say things, but I have to just carry on and think, no, you know, I just have to carry on and just make sure that I'm there for them and they understand why they shouldn't be talking to me in a certain way, etc., etc. You just carry on because you have to.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Well, thank you, Shaz. Thank you for your time today.
No
we do appreciate it, and we're very grateful for all the work that you're doing in the community as well, with all the sisters you see from all the different backgrounds. And I hope that together we can help them to go out and be more successful in whatever they want to do in life.
Yeah, definitely. Can I just say a final message about it to everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I hope the few roses that are left for you, may they be blessed and may you get every blessing out of them. Please remember me in your du'as, and Eid Mubarak in advance to all of you.
Jazakallah khair Mubarak. Thank you very much, Sister Shaz.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.
So, listeners, that brings our series to an end this Ramadan. We've heard from incredible sisters working as frontline key workers whilst balancing their family lives, all who talk about the importance of being organised, but most importantly, the presence of a network of support. Be this through their husbands, parents, friends, or whoever, we all need our network of support to go out there and advance our careers. Now, I don't know about all of you, but the thing that gives me the most strength in life is being encouraged by family and friends to continue to do so. And I'd like to take this opportunity to shamelessly give a massive shout out to my family and friends, and especially to my dear mother, who is 100% my rock and who gets me through whatever life has thrown at me. May Allah bless all mothers with the best of health and iman. May Allah give us the opportunity to love and respect them the way that they deserve, inshallah. Now, throw back to our first show, and we heard from Afira, who is currently in remission from cancer, and what got her through the most difficult of her time. We also heard from many other sisters talk about how they overcame the challenges that they faced in their day-to-day lives. And I'm sure you will agree with me when I say that they all had one thing in common, and that was their faith in Allah. Sisters, there is no doubt that whatever challenge Allah has thrown at us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us to overcome it, inshallah. And you know what? We will be stronger and better people for it, inshallah. So thank you to all my guests who gave up their time to join our show. I hope and pray that we're all able to support those of you in need of support and inspire those of you in need of inspiration. Our biggest strength is our unity and encouragement of one another to do better. Please make a special dua for me and all my guests that Allah makes it easy for them to continue to carry out the work they do and blesses them with more success, inshallah. Please do make the most of the last 10 days of Ramadan, and I wish you all Eid Mubarak. Taqabbalallahu minna wa minkum. I'm going to end my series with a favourite quote of mine and a shout out to all my sisters doing fabulous work each and every day. Here's to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. Assalamu alaikum.